All right, last video of the night. We are talking about the Noah Hanafin trade. He is not going to Tampa Bay. He is going to the Vegas freaking Golden Knights. I got my Golden Knights hat right here. Boom, Golden Knights hat. So I'm wearing my Flyers hat because it's my comfier hat. So, anywho, moving on. So you have the Calgary Flames trading Noah Hanafin goes to the Flyers to retain salary, and then to the Vegas Golden Knights. Also, which I think is crazy, by the way, Noah Hanafin is not the salary is not being retained by Calgary, which is something that they've been adamant about. They're saying, "Hey, we're not going to retain salary. We'll refuse to," and they've been very. That's their owner. Their owner just does not want to retain salary. So, which is fine. If you want to do that, that is your prerogative, but that is something that you have to just take into consideration. So, with that, the owner is not retaining any salary, which to me, I think you could have got more for the pick, right? But you didn't want that, and that's okay. That is the plan. So basically, what they end up getting is I'm gonna go over the picks real quick. First round pick, which is gonna be this year's pick, 2024. If or 2025, if it's not, if they want to trade that pick, if Vegas wants to trade that pick to someone else this year, then Calgary gets 2026 first round pick, which is fine. They get a first round pick out of this. I think they would rather have a sooner one, of course, because it makes it a little more relevant. But they'll take the first round pick either way, as well as a third round pick, which essentially becomes a second round pick if they win one playoff round. Which, I mean, at this point, Vegas is going to win one playoff round. So basically, they got a first and a second, which is pretty good, honestly. I was actually more impressed what they get. Plus, a player that wasn't just a throw in, it was actually a player that they want. And they wanted him so much. If we go to their page, right, or if we go to his page, we're looking at Daniil Miramanov. So, Daniil Miramanov, this guy, he just so here he is signed right here, and here is his next contract for $1.25 million next 2 years. So he was wanted. He was a wanted player by the Calgary Flames. He had arbitration. He was an RFA. He had arbitration rights. But they're like, hey, we want you. Let's sign a contract. And he almost immediately. You saw it on Twitter, which is crazy. So I really like this for him. And he's actually playing very well in the KHL. Or he played. No, I'm thinking the wrong player. This is a different player. So last year he had 22 points in 31 games with the Henderson Golden Knights. This year with Vegas, he didn't get many points, but he got 6 points in 5 games with the Henderson Golden Knights. So hey, he's performing at the levels that he is at, right? Especially for an undrafted guy from Russia. He's 26 years old, right? So hopefully he can pan out to be like a nice fourth liner or something like that, or just a up and down kind of guy. So hopefully that works out well for him. And he's a right shot or a right defenseman, shoots right. Oh well, this this guy's going to be going for a first round pick next year. Then, right shot, right side, shoots right. I mean, come on, this guy's gonna. This is gold, man. So I think Calgary really made up really well in this deal, in this case, because that's great, man. That worked out really well for them. So I think they're really happy with this. I'm happy for them, by the way, as well. I think it's good for them, man. It's exciting. Moving on to Flyers, they retain half of the salary for a fifth round pick, which is crazy, by the way, because like a lot of these teams were getting a fourth round pick for retaining the salary for like $1 million, maybe like $1.2 million, 3 million, right? They're retaining I guess another retaining half that, right? Let's see. Yeah, they're retaining 2.475 million, which is like double what guys were getting for a fourth round pick, and they took it for a fifth round pick. So I think that they're just like, hey, we don't know if we're gonna be a third party again. Might as well use the cap space. Here we go. Okay. So which is, and they have plenty if we go to their page. They still had 2.65. They had 2.6. And I think that's their last space they can use. Oh no, they still have more. They have one more spot for dead cap, so I guess that's fine. They just like, oh, we'll take it for a fifth. That's fine. A fourth would have been better, of course, but they did it for a fifth. So they still have some place still, right? Some space. Also, I just want to real quick just throw in there as Flyers news. Nick Seeler did sign a 4-year deal at 2.7. Here's the start of it right here for next year. So good for him, by the way. He had quite a journey up and down. But moving on to the trade, keeping this this rolling. The big part that everyone wants to know about is the Vegas Golden Knights picking up one of the biggest pieces of this. Like besides Lindholm, Hanafin was like the star, right? I don't know if Monahan was, but like it was definitely Lindholm. It was definitely Markstrom was talked about, and and Hanafin as well. So you have Vegas Golden Knights picking up. I mean, come on. I mean, their decor is gonna be stupid. Sorry, I had to grab this thing for Noah Hanafin, already a pair one, and rated as an 89 in the 89th percentile. Right, he's overall an 89, weighted against his equal counterparts at a first pair. Let's just go over his stats real quick. To me, it's crazy. 35 points in 61 games. Yeah. That's not the point I want to go over. He's about to pass last year's gold or point total and potentially beat his total career point total as well. This is what I wanted to pull up, by the way. Is there? This is Vegas's decor. We have Nona Hanafin, pair one. Alex Pietrangelo, franchise player, pair one. Brandon McNabb, considered a pair one, playing on the second pair. Shea Theodore, playing on the second pair, considered a first pair. Nicholas Hague, pair two, playing on the third pair. And then you have Alex Martinez on injured reserve, so hopefully when he comes back, he plays in Zach Whitecloud's spot. Like, to me, I'm just blown away on Vegas's ability to pick up like these players like this, right? Like they're monsters, and I just don't understand how they do it, right? It's just crazy. So just kind of go over some of the reasons that Noah Hanafin is so good, right? As a 6'7" wins above replacement, puck moving defenseman according to JFresh, who typically plays the top pairing level. Very good at a whole lot of things. Skating and passing is not quite elite at anything. Impacts. So he's just like a consistent guy. Oh, his micro stats. Let's go to his micro stats. Oh, he's got a lot of blue, a lot of good blue, a lot of finishing war. That's good. His defense is not great. Power play is okay. Penalty kills better. Penalties are better. But overall, he got a lot of blue, a lot of good stuff. In gold, he's 90%. So I mean, this is a good spot for them. Like I think it's a good pickup. I think it's one of the best. He's the belle of the ball in this case, right? I don't know if they re-sign him. If they do, that'd be impressive. I think there's talks about him having an extension with Vegas, which that'll replace your Alex Martinez. So you don't re-sign him, you just bring him on. Let's say you bring him on at a similar cap hit. If we go to Vegas's cap right here, we go to right now. Noah Hanafin is making Well, he's not making 1.2. He's making. Let's go to his page real quick. He's making. So half was retained by Calgary. I apologize. I did not say that in cap friendly. So, he's making around $4.9 million. So it's a good amount. He's gonna get a pay raise then, right? Let's say he goes to 6.5, maybe 7. Let's go 6.5, right? Going to the injury reserve, going to Alec Martinez, 5.25. So you have a cap going up by $4 million. Let's say you give him 6.5. It's 1.25. So that's pretty good. That'd be sweet getting him on an 8-year extension or like a really long extension. Like you're pretty set on defense. I mean, good for you guys. You're doing great. I honestly am just blown away by what they've been able to do. The Vegas Golden Knights in this case. And I believe they still have cap space left. Yeah, they still have $3.8 million left. Like, get fucked. Like, good for you guys, but get fucked. That's amazing. They could win the cup. They're for sure going to the conference finals. I mean, like, if they they go to conference finals probably versus Dallas. Like, that's just, they look great. Also, by the way, Colorado looked phenomenal today. So Colorado's not going to be a slouch either. They look so good. We're going to finish this off, but I do want to do one more thing about Daniil Miramonov. Julian McKenzie of SDBN Sports and The Athletic talked about how was talking to Craig Conroy about this. It goes, we've been tracking Daniil for the past couple seasons, and we are pleased to have been able to ensure he's part of this trade. He's good size, 6'4", with good skating ability and speed. Goes on to say he commands a heavy shot and makes quick plays, and we're excited about his offensive upside, which would be great. At the AHL level, he's been dominating in creating offense as a defenseman, and we anticipate that. Oh, dude, so he has a defenseman. There's a defenseman making 6 points in 5 games. Awesome. 22 points in 31 games, 40 points in 53 games. I mean, that's just good. He's been slowly climbing up. And what? How old is he again? 26. Oh yeah, he's like right. He's like right in his good years. Like so, hopefully they can implement him well. I think it's exciting for the Flames. So and I'm also excited for them to get a player that they're excited about. Right? Like you trade off a guy like Noah Hanafin, and clearly one of the bells of the ball. And so you're like, hey, like, what? Like you get back a guy that you're excited about. And you're so excited you get him, and you before you even see him play in your jersey, or if he fits in your system, you just say, hey, nope, signing you 2 years, good, let's go. Like just rubber hands of it. So I like this. I'm excited for Calgary Flames fans. I think this is gonna be huge to them. We want to go if you want to go over their the amount of holy smokes picks that they have as well. Also, they could be if they want to retain salary, which they're not going to because their owner doesn't want to. They could also pick up a player as well. They have a lot of cap space left as well. But looking at their picks that they have, they don't have their own 2025 pick because that was in the Monahan deal. But they have 5 first rounders in the next 3 years, 4 second rounders, and 5 third rounders. So they've got plenty of picks to be able to do that. They can use these to flip for players. They can use them on players. Hopefully they figure out a way, the direction that they want to go because they have a lot of long contracts. But I'm excited for Flames fans, right? Like you're going through this retool, like, and I think you guys are going to do something similar to what the Blues did. The Blues went out, they got all these first round picks, and they used them all on actual players that they want in their system that they drafted, which I think will actually help them out long term. And again, if Calgary wants to do that, their retool will be a little bit longer. But hey, you have guys that will last a little bit longer and probably take shorter deals because they've been in your system for a longer time, as opposed to paying UFA prices for a guy like this, right? You're seeing Vegas having to send out first round picks, and if they re-sign Noah Hanifin, that's great, right? It's worth the first round pick and the second, potential third minimum, potentially second. But to me, like these could work out really well for the Calgary Flames if they're really smart and they have due diligence on their scouting staff. So, let me know what your thoughts are on this whole deal. Like, I'm excited for them. I think it's great. I think it's great for all parties. And yeah, I think it's a win. So, let me know what your thoughts are. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch up with you soon. Love you. And I will be following the rest of the trade deadline videos, or follow the rest of them because we're going to be subscribed because I'm going to be cranking these out. It is now 1:45 in the morning. 1:50 in the morning. I'm losing my mind, but we're going to keep pumping out videos, buddy. Pumping them out. Get fired up. Love you. See ya.